Good evening, and welcome to Quincy's Perspectives. I have some more surprises in store for you very soon as I get some more guests ready to go on my TV show. Today will be a simple review, flashback on some of the things that we've been doing on the show here. But I'd like to go over some of the topics that we've been having. For starters, the Olympics was very good. There was a lot of good things going on in the Olympics. The swimmers were pretty athletically fit. I think my favorite thing that was going on was the Daytona 500. There was some very good cars going on in the Daytona 500. Some very souped up fancy cars. Basically, nobody got hurt, as far as I can tell, when I was in the part of the Daytona 500 that I was watching. Daytona 500, there was a couple of skids, a couple of blowouts, I think, on some tires. I think on the part I was watching, they were reviewing the skids. They were reviewing everything. The Patriots was very good on the Super Bowl. Now, that was a very interesting game. There was a lot of viewers on that game. As I recall, it was a sold-out show. Tickets were very expensive. A lot of people was doing everything in the world to get ready for that Super Bowl game. Buying platters, getting their TV dinners ready, getting their guests ready. As I recall, people were camping out. People were just sleeping over, arriving a day way ahead of the time before the game. And as I recall, the temperature was quite better that day before the Super Bowl game. But it was a good time. It was a sold-out show. The Patriots won. As I recall, from a simple field goal kick. Every now and then I follow the Super Bowl a little bit. And it was good. Basically, I've had some very interesting guests on my show, and I want to first of all thank all my viewers. This is my 8th episode of the Quincy Perspectives TV show, and I'm getting a lot of good responses. And once again, I hope to get more guests on my show very soon. And I have some more surprises in store for you, basically. And then anything you want to talk about on the show, sports, whatever it is that's on your mind, I'll be happy to bring it on the show. I guess right now the Red Sox are getting ready for the season. They're warming up. They're getting ready for tryouts. The Red Sox are going to be coming in. Let's see. The tennis tournaments have been going on, and there's been a lot of good tennis players around. Golf season has been getting ready to come on the air now, and they'll be getting ready for their tournaments. The bowling matches, they're getting ready to come on the shows, and they'll be getting ready for their season. Every now and then, I'll throw a 10-pin bowling ball right down the lane just to relax. You know, just clears my mind, gives me a chance to, think about things, what I'll be doing next. Bowling's a good sport. Basically, I've been working out, just getting ready for my next episode, for the next things I'll be doing. We'll get more into that later on. I hope you're enjoying this, all my episodes, including the one that's going on right now. Basically, we'll be doing a little bit more of the type of music and some of the things I'll be doing around town, the things I'll be doing later on in my season, once spring opens up. My Honda should be getting out of the shop very soon. That's getting a full tune-up. Getting ready for the parade. It is fun to go on the parade. Me and the firemen, the police department, were just talking about the parade we'll be doing very soon. They have their motorcycles out, getting tuned up now in the shop. The police department has their cars just getting ready for the parade as they patrol the area. Paramedics are getting ready for the parade, the good old spring coming parade that's coming. Let's see. Everyone's looking forward now to the big spring, getting away from winter now. We wind down another season. Been a very mild winter. Let me see. As for skiers who like to ski, well, they can make snow in some of the areas. And those who like to ski, snowmobile, they can just go up to the mountains. And for those who looks forward to the spring, well, again, we've had a very mild winter. That's good. Already I've seen some of the motorcycles out on the road. A couple of them were Harleys, a couple of them were Hondas. And people just starting up their motorcycles, getting them all tuned up. Very fancy looking bikes. Leather jackets, helmets, everything you want in motorcycles. All the basics. All the motorcycle shops right about now are getting very busy, full of motorcycles, asking for tune-ups, throttle cables, tires, whatever it needs. Myself included in the shop. So I'll be getting out of the shop soon. Looking forward to getting back on the road again. Oh, let's see. What else we got going on? Let's see. People right about now are getting ready for their high school proms as spring approaches. Disc jockeys will be getting booked for the proms all around the area. For all the schools, the Stoneham schools, the Wakefield schools. Let's see. People will be getting ready now. The new seniors will be getting ready to come in for the year as the seniors get ready to graduate, face on the challenges once they enter the real world, and it's not easy. As we face the real world after graduation, you meet new people, face on the challenges of life, and hopefully once people leave high school, they stay out of trouble. Let's see. Let's see. Once they leave high school, they apply for that first part-time job. Then they focus on what they really want to do with themselves in life itself later on. As the new seniors start to fill in, to the old seniors. Let's see. The basketball tournaments are all starting up now for the season. As we look into that, basketball is a very good sport. I think what I figured out, though, all sports has its fair share of injuries. Basketball, football, baseball, they all have its very fair share, equal amount of injuries. But from what I can figure out is you have to just cut down on the fighting of all these sports. Look at the Bruins now. Sure, there's going to be a little checking, pushing, shoving, but if you just cut down on all the fighting, you cut down on the injuries, you cut down on the penalties, you keep the game flowing. The Globetrotters, same thing. Look at the New England Globetrotters. There's a lot of hit, checking. Get the ball and put it in the hoop. Same thing. You get the puck and put it in the net. each and every individual team is now taking a rest. Like, let's see. Look at the Patriots now. They're all set now for the season. They're kicking back, laying back now for their wind up the season. Basically, right now, as I previously mentioned, the Red Sox are getting ready. And hopefully, none of the teams will be going on strike. As I recall, a couple of years ago, in my time, when I was watching the Bruins, the days of Wayne Cashman, there's been a bit of a strike. And everyone went on strike. Then when the strike was over, only 40 games were left in the season. And then tickets got reimbursed. I can recall a little bit of that. The golf season opens up again. People who like to golf get a breath of air. They'll come out now, get the golf clubs out, and swing the old club around and try to get a hole-in-one. Let's see. As I recall, another sport I like is wrestling. In my times, I like to watch a bit of wrestling on TV, participate, in some of the wrestling matches. I think they're going to be coming back in town pretty soon. The weather itself is very good right now for every athlete, wrestlers included, to start working out. You run so many miles a day. You walk so many miles a day, tone up the old figure. Let's see. Boxing. I'm sure all the boxers are out right now for those who like boxing. Right now is a fairly mild day for all the athletes to be out working out, walking, jogging, doing all their basic training. Let's see. Today I did a bit of a workout, and it feels pretty good, I'll tell you. After the basic holidays, for those who like to, consume on all your basic meals, then, of course, you got to burn off what you put away. And I admit I'm one of them. But today was a very mild day to go outside, work out. So that's just what I've been doing. As I recall, the athletes tell me, the ones I talk to in my times, if you're 6'2", for instance, your weight has to match to your height of 6'2". They tell me that when you start to work out, train, you jog, you lift weights, you curl, not only does it feel good right now as you start to run, but it does your health very good later on as you get older, depending on how old the individual is. It's good for the heart. It's good for the back. It's good for just everything. It's good for your waist. Later on we can get more into how to maintain your figure. I'm sure some people has a bit of an interest on that. Some of the athletes in my time that I talk to. Oh, let's see. We've been going over some of the kind of things we should eat. And some of the things we shouldn't eat on working out. Let's see. What else is happening? We haven't heard too much on the incident that's been going on. I think they're winding down on that, as I can tell, at least at the moment. So that's good. At least we're getting somewhat back to what once was again. I know this world won't be 100% what it was, but at least it's getting semi back on track again to what the world is. Oh, let's see what else is happening. Baseball, softball. I think for all the youths are going to be coming out now in the spring. All the high school football teams, softball teams are going to be coming out now. People will be coming out for baseball tryouts. The Stoneham Spartans will be coming out now soon to get ready for spring tryouts. And for those who like to watch high school football, I'm sure people will be reviewing on that now very soon. So for those who like high school sports, as the new season comes out, if you'd like to do a review on that, I'll be more than happy to do a bit of a topic on that. The Stoneham Spartans, if they have a football team. I myself don't particularly follow high school sports, but I'm sure some of the viewers out there, have seen the TV show. I've been getting a few compliments, ideas about the show from, I think, all sides here, from some of the high school viewers, some of the adults, some of the parents, and people seem to like it. Again, now, you can review just about anything you like now once, you've seen this episode, as I take the challenge on now, just reviewing some of the things we've been doing. My latest guest that was on, everyone likes it. I'm getting a lot of comments, brownie points off of that, and I'm getting some more ideas off of that I'll be telling you about later on. Hopefully in our next episode, depending on how long it takes for us to prepare for it. Let's see. Springtime also, I think, brings out ice cream. Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, I think, is spring and summertime. Brings out the kid in all of us. We all like a little bit of ice cream. Chocolate, I think, is very good. Chocolate, vanilla. Once springtime comes, what's wrong with a little bit of ice cream? After you have a good steak dinner, steak, potatoes, after your workout. Springtime is ice cream. I like it. Summertime is the time of year, right about now between spring and summer. People will be jogging along the beaches as their workout approaches of the season. For those who like to jog on the beach as they're part of their workouts. For some of the areas where there's too much snow. People like to work out or jog along the beach. I think down Revere. They tell me that's a nice place to get some fresh air, jog, tone up the old figure, get a good view down there. Let's see. What else is happening? I'll be focusing on the types of music I'll be doing later on during my times in some of my TV shows and some of the topics I'll be doing. I know I have a lot of viewers out there in different towns that likes to talk about some of the music that I like to sing, dance to. Some of the people will be calling me and visiting me very soon to talk about some of the types of dancers and singers that I'd like to focus on. Springtime is also a time, I think, for your wardrobe. It's a good time of year to go out shopping for the type of clothing you'd like to buy, save money on. Springtime is a good thing for markdown clothing, suits, because once you finish your workout, everyone has a certain type of idea for the type of clothing they'd like to go out and buy. There's many places they like to go out now. Once you burn off those calories from all the goodies from the Super Bowl you like to consume. Let's see. Teachers, I think now, some of them will be looking forward to their spring vacation. And for the gym teachers that like to do their baseball and football seasons, I think a lot of them are looking forward to that. Oh, let's see. What else is happening? I think there's a lot of car shows that's coming out now. I've seen some of the antique cars starting to cruise along Main Street just the other day for the first time of the year. People like to go out with their antique cars. I think I saw a 57 T-Bird, nice maroon red, fire engine. Another car I saw towed the other day on a ramp, just getting ready for the season, going out to the shop for a tune-up. People will be going out to Topsfield Fair, getting ready for their first car show of the season. Motorcycles will be going in there. The disc jockeys will be going in later on in about, give or take, 2 or 3 months from now, maybe one, depending on how the snow disappears. This time of year, as I recall, I know it's been a very mild winter. I was doing a quick review last night on what the winter is, and they say it's been very mild. Anything that we get this time of year will disappear very quickly. The antique car lovers, the motorcycle bikers, lovers, will be taking their motorcycles out to Topsfield and every other show that's around, give or take, my guess, about a month or so from now. Basically, once my Honda's out of the shop, I'll be going to my auditions, to whoever it is that takes me, mingle with some of the viewers of this TV show, and going over some of the topics. They'll be calling me very soon. Every motorcycle, antique car, right about this time of year, it's a good time of year to go in there to the shop, get what you need now. Talk to your mechanics. I got a few friends now that drive motorcycles. I was just talking to the other day that has their motorcycles in the shops as well. And they were almost out of the shop. They got their bikes almost ready to come out. They'll be cruising along the sides of just about any town you go to. Melrose, Wakefield, Stoneham. We'll be driving through some of the parades. The Blue Knights, I think, probably has their motorcycles in the shop. Let's see. The Melrose Police, I think right about now, has their Harleys in the shop. They're good-looking motorcycles that watch my show. Let's see. As I recall, I want to thank particularly, by the way, the fire department and the police department, the paramedics, for helping with my last episode, for watching. And I know I'll be getting a lot of reviews off of that, later on. Already I'm starting to get some reviews and ideas from the last 2 episodes I did. So I particularly want to thank them. We were talking a little bit about what the parade will be like in another month or so. Just getting ready for that. We're all looking forward to the parade. I think the Millennium Memorial Day Parade is the one thing we look forward to every spring. It kind of brightens up our day. The parade leads us towards the lighter issues. And I think the parade this year, as we play our patriotic tunes, will make us appreciate every military branch out there for everything they've done, particularly what's been happening in this world. It makes us appreciate us, what we've been through that we're here right now. If it wasn't for all our military, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, then we wouldn't be here right now. So I'd like to just, by the way, give a salute to the uniform itself, to everything they've done. I think this year, this particular parade, as we listen to our patriotic tunes, it's going to make us really think about everything that's been happening and really focus on what we need to keep an eye on what we should be doing. Security in the airports, security in the places that we work, just anywhere in general. Bank security. We were just talking about a little bit about that the other day. Patriotic music is nice, as I always go through in the parades. I just never thought I'd reflect on it in this kind of thing that's been happening, because I just never thought I'd see it again. But again, my hat's off to yous all in the military. The fire department, police department, and the paramedics have done a very outstanding job in the past 3 months due to the fact of what's been happening. But I think now that things have finally started to quiet down a little bit, we can all semi-focus on our work, our families, people who lost their loved ones, relatives, brothers. I think now, hopefully, in my opinion, they're getting back to just moving on with their lives again. I know that was a very terrible tragic. My condolences to you all. But again, spring is coming. It's a new season. So in conclusion, I want to thank you all for watching on today's special review. Thank you for watching Quincy's Perspectives. Good night now.